All right, without further ado, I am very excited to introduce our next runner, showcasing an Illbleed run for all of us today. We have Abby's Corner. Abby, how are we doing today?
We're doing good. My practice run has been cursed. Just so everyone's to know, practice today was cursed.
It's always cursed.
Yes, it is. And I have the lovely PippyInATopHat with me to provide commentary. But also, we decided to have a little bit of a game with the game where we're going to all guess what pattern we're going to have with each level. Pippy, would you like to say things?
Hi, I'm Pippy. I don't run this game, but honestly, I just like watching this game a lot because every time you do the good thing, your character goes, cool, and it makes me happy.
And you invented a meme in my community when it came to this game.
Press start, butter.
Indeed. So, in 3, 2, 1, press start, butter, go. So a lot of people don't know that this game was published by Sega in Japan. Does Sega have the rights to this game as I hit the wrong button? I don't know. Because both the company that made it and the North American publisher no longer exist. So that's a thing as we head into the first level. This game is very difficult if you don't know what to do. By the way, what pattern do we all think we have? I'm going with C.
B.
Oh, I was going to say C. Oh, I want to say A, I guess. I'm too slow.
So every level except for Worm's Queen's Revenge has 3 patterns. The only thing that's RNG is the traps, and the fight encounters the most important thing. Whereas all pickupable items are set in a certain location. You can get health upgrades and whatnot, but unfortunately for the speedrun, that's too slow and can screw up your inventory because permanent health upgrades stay in your inventory, whereas everything else leaves at the end. So it can screw up where your placement is. Also, we are on B.
Yes!
So Lana wins.
Yes.
B is the second best pattern for this level in particular.
To be clear, basically the RNG, quote unquote, is just like it picks what pattern we're on randomly. And once we're on a pattern, like that pattern is set for the entire level. It's essentially only 3 RNG seeds. And the only way to figure out what seed we're on is by knowing where the traps should be on that seed. So Abby just has that in brain. There's nothing on screen that tells you. You just gotta remember, like, okay, this combination is only on this pattern, and it's different for every level.
Yep. And even if, for example, you have a B in Home Run of Death, does not mean you will have, say, an A in Wood Puppets and what have you. It's all random. It can be any combination at any given time. Also, do you guys want to see a cool trick that doesn't make any sense?
I'm so
I'm about
excited.
to do a skip.
I love those.
So, by running into the table and jumping into the table like that, we skip a fight encounter. Why does it work? Haven't got a clue. But it does.
Something fight hitboxes shrug.
Yeah. Also,
this game is a quote-unquote platformer.
Yes, that too. Also, you may have noticed me picking up certain items. If you don't pick up those items, you have to go back through the level and pick them up. And any traps that you're skipping over, they're still active. So I hope you know the level backwards. Otherwise, have fun. Like I said, this game is very brutal if you don't know what you're doing. Oftentimes, I will say for beginners to only pick Erico until you're comfortable enough with the game, because while we'll be switching to Kevin for half the game, it can get quite brutal because of certain things. One of the main things is that Eriko, if she gets into a fight encounter, will immediately rise, provided that fight encounter isn't tagged. Kevin and every other character will squirm for about 15 to 30 seconds. Unfortunately, chair skip didn't want to work, because of course it didn't. It's actually a lot harder than it looks. That was something that was sort of recently discovered-ish. There's actually been quite a few strats since then. The current world record holder, Broby, who currently holds the world record by 8 minutes. I'm in the right spot now, right? Right? No. I missed a light because I miscounted. You want to wait till the second broken light, then you can start tagging. Eriko, please tag the right thing. Thank you. So that is also a thing.
Speedrunners can't count, and Eriko's can't lamp.
Sure. So that is a thing. There's a whole bunch of things that they discovered, especially in Worm Queen's Revenge and everything. We also have a Discord now, which the community didn't really have. You can go to speedrun.com and look up Illbleed to find that Discord. Everyone's super chill and nice. We usually post videos of every skip. And it's a lot of crazy stuff that is being discovered and whatnot. The community is not super huge, but usually we're posting videos. So for this, you want to wait until Ban Below starts firing. That way you have sort of a bit of extra time, then double dodge backwards in order to get him to be more off of the platform. And don't mind the fact that there's a helicopter ladder going through a roof and we're just going up because everything's fine. Now we're going into Bambelow's Maze. One thing about this game, it really likes you taking lefts. Also, we're going to play an extreme game of chicken because you see that hallway coming up? Bambelow's coming out of that hallway. So it's what we got to do as we're running here. So always take a left. Always remember, the second you can take a left, immediately do so. Sometimes you can get enemies to despawn in the maze or be extremely delayed, as we just saw Ban Below. He was supposed to come around that corner before I did, but guess what? He came around that corner really late. We're kind of trying to play extreme games of chicken and trying to get around his hitbox towards the side with the gas canister. He has a very weird hitbox, but if you go sort of anywhere near the nozzle of his flamethrower, you're going to get into a fight encounter, and each time he will be immortal. Also, I'm going to show off a map pause here. Basically, by opening the map, it pauses his position. We'll be abusing that a lot in Wood Puppets, as well as Killer Department Store. As we continue here. Also, if you want to quickly open the map, you want to hold down the horror monitor button. Also, I didn't talk about the horror monitor. So the horror monitor basically shows you where a trap is. So if you see sight, hearing, or smell, that's a trap. If you see sixth sense, that's either a fight encounter or a pickupable item. Again, healing items will leave your inventory at the end of the level every time. Permanent health upgrades, again, will stay there forever. And then also there is a thing that is quite bad, which is that when you're in fights, you can't heal. You just get a giant pause button on the screen. So it's like, yay. Also, there are counter hits, which you may have just saw Ban Below kind of like lean back. They do more damage, but also, whereas Ban Below, you want to stick next to the flamethrower the entire time because it's its blind spot, you get, so you have to re-maneuver yourself. There's the Amazon, which is a full heal, because we're not quite done yet. While we can heal right now, we also have to fight giant animatronic Ban Below, because here's the thing, we're in a theme park. Everything is a theme park, but the theme park has a gimmick of, if you can survive, get $100 million. But also, they are trying to kill you. So, what a lovely park. Unfortunately, we don't get the reveal of the true ending, which is that the park is owned and ran by Eriko's father. Which, again, you need to do the true ending, but the true ending is also the longest category in the game because you have to wait for 20 minutes. Well, no, really 15, for Kevin to die. Kevin was the person we picked up after the Bambalo fight. Because in order to do true ending, you need to have all of your friends die. And it just, who wants to wait around for like 15 minutes?
Oh my god, die faster already. Kevin, come on.
Right. So we deal with that. And now Bambalo is out of commission and we can leave the level. Giant Bambalo will kill you in about 3 hits, which is why we bring the Amazon just in case. Granted, if he had have hit me 3 times with that much bleeding meter, we would have been fine. But still, something to be aware of. Also, did we mention that this game is a platformer, technically?
It's a platformer.
I love this.
Oddly enough, female characters have worse jumps, but male characters have worse melee attacks. So that is why, well, granted, all we can do is play as Eriko, because you see, the story is Eriko's friends win tickets to Illbleed, which is also the name of the park. But they go missing for about 3 days because Eriko didn't want to go, even though she's the president of the horror club. So she has gone looking for her friends. The good ending is saving all of the friends. The bad ending is only saving Kevin. And so here we are, saving one friend, and then not saving the others as we run. And now the next level is Worm Queen's Revenge, where we're going to switch to Kevin, because Kevin is good for dodging and whatnot, but also those better jumps, because there's going to be more platforming. Did we mention this is a platformer? And just as an extra safety, because of that squirming, I'm going to pick up at least 2 gauze for safety's sake. Also, there are differences between the Japanese and English version, and that is some of the healing items are different. It's a salad for the medium heal, and it's a steak for the large heal in the English version. Also, the English version gets music during one of the stages. I went up too high. Congratulations.
You're just giving us more time to appreciate the theme park's theme. I love the theme park theme.
Oh, it'll get stuck in your head. Very much so. Also, if you want the money to drop faster, well, in the menu screen there, you want to press the horror monitor button when it shows up. So our horror monitor gets stolen in this level, so there's only fight encounters. This is actually the fastest level in the game because of that. So there's no patterns here, only fight encounters, as evil monkeys have stolen the horror monitor. Oh no. This is actually the hardest part of the level coming up the opening side. There is an item that you can pick up that'll show you every item pickup. However, we're not going to grab that because everything's so out of the way. So here we go. Kevin running. I don't know who they based the male skeleton off of, but I'm pretty sure it's a character called Randy, because Kevin looks a little awkward running here, but it's hard to say. So we just passed Evil Monkey Fight number 1. You'll see the Sixth Sense kind of go off, but you have to be pretty close as we keep running. And then we go and avoid worms who like to move around. I call this the Umbrella Jill strat because Jill does the thing where she goes to the left and then goes to the right in order to see what the worm is up to. I used to YOLO that without seeing what the worm is up to, and it's like, oh no. Oh no. So here we go, running. And also these photo booths you see over there, that's how you would save your game, for anyone that was curious. And then you can reload your save if you wish, as we keep running. Again, avoiding worms. There's one more evil monkey fight coming up. Also, you want to stay away from the sides with signs at this point. You want to stay with the sides with signs up until this point. That's kind of a good indicator of which direction to go, because there's one more evil monkey fight and it's to the left, and has a very weird hitbox and also very small. And then there is but one more worm that we need to avoid, but unfortunately we have to kind of bait it out, because it's kind of like, I'm gonna be sneaky, I'm gonna hide, you don't know which direction I'm gonna go, and it's like, oh, that's what you think. Ta-da, you've completed the hardest part of the level.
Honestly, this is very similar to my own theme park experience of most of it is walking on random concrete and, I don't know, being scared. I'm scared of people. There's a lot of less people than most of my theme park experiences here.
So we've now grabbed the baby bottle, which is going to be used to unlock a store. Don't ask why.
It's just one of those things.
The story of the level is, because each level has a story, is that Rachel, the Worm Queen, that's her grandfather in the painting, or in the picture. We're going to reunite her with her grandfather, but we need to fight her to the death. Now, you may have noticed that there's dirt around the cars. If you land in the dirt, you summon Rachel with infinite health, and you have to, you know, summon the helipad and what have you. And it sends you all the way back to the beginning of the car section every time. So it's like, yay. Also, there's 2 fights with zombies that have guns in very small arenas, so you want to be careful of that. And also, remember how I talked about permanent health upgrades? Be very careful when picking up this wrench, because there is a permanent health upgrade right beside it to the right. So be very, very careful. And then here we go. We've got to knock down some signs to create some platforms. The world record holder somehow figured out how to not knock that one down and still make it through. I don't understand how it's done, so for safety concerns, I'm not going to attempt what they do. But they have gotten this level down to about 5 minutes, which is pretty, 6 minutes, 30 seconds? Don't mind me trying to remember the math. There is a levels leaderboard as well as we keep running. Again, all those fight encounters are still active because we didn't tag them or anything like that, so you gotta make sure that you stick to the right side, otherwise it's gonna be like, oh no. So now, once again, we've gotta hop on the cars, so 1. And again, avoid the dirt at all cost.
We're
So
just
there
really
we go.
concerned for Kevin's shoes.
Yes, Kevin's shoes.
Also the giant worm queen, but Kevin's shoes.
Yes, Kevin's shoes, very important. They're very the year 2000-esque.
I love it.
Despite the fact also that this game came out before Sonic Adventure 2, this did not come out in Europe. I bring that up because obviously the Dreamcast was still getting a lot of games before Sonic Adventure 2 because Sega hadn't fully killed it, and obviously in Europe they were still getting official Dreamcast games until the year 2003. So it's really weird that Sega's hottest market for most of, well, no, not most of their consoles, because it wasn't popular. The Saturn wasn't popular in Europe. That was Japan that kept the Saturn alive. This game just didn't come out in Europe, which was very weird. Well, it did come out in Europe, but only in Russia. So there's a Russian copy, a Taiwanese copy, a Japanese copy, and a North American copy. The game sold, I believe, 50,000 copies in total. Just kind of very bizarre that just no European release. Also, the company's previous game, which was a launch title for the North American Dreamcast, Blue Stinger, which was published by Activision in the West, sold about 100,000 copies. And also, fun fact, the Japanese version and the North American version of that game have different camera systems. In the Japanese version, it's a fixed camera, whereas the North American version, it's the Illbleed style of camera, which is auto follow 1, auto follow 2, semi-auto follow, and semi-auto follow 2. So that's also a little weird. You actually can find references to their previous game in this game, including the final boss that we'll be fighting. Now, if Rachel would be nice, please, and not do this, this would be nice. So there we go. Nice bit of damage. Please counter hit. No. No. Come on. Here we go. There we go.
Die worm!
All right, and with us heading to a level with patterns, what's our predictions for the next level?
I'm sniping C this time.
A.
Okay, okay, and I guess I get B. Very well then.
Unless you want to abandon B, and then by the luck of it, we'll all be wrong.
That would be so sad. We tried so hard.
And also, we're switching back to Erico, and we're going to learn all about regular enemy fights, because this is the level where we must fight a regular enemy. Regular enemy fights must be defeated by counter hit. If you don't counter hit, they basically stay alive forever. Yeah, 2 is enough, and then 5 just for safety concerns. So every enemy has an interesting animation when they're counter hit, so that's how you know you've hit them with a counter hit. They still take damage from regular hits, but they just won't die until you hit them with a counter hit. It's really rare to get like a super long fight, but it is a thing. Also, we're gonna meet our friend Randy, who's a wood puppet, who doesn't have a brain because for some reason they removed his brain. Fun fact, you don't have to save him with his brain in order to get the good ending. The game only cares that he's left alive. So here we go. As we're running, seeing traps go off. No idea what pattern we're on until we're in the next room. Also, we're gonna fight a giant tree with a mustache.
That is
just so
true.
everyone's aware. Oh, looks like we're on C.
I win!
No, we're not.
Oh,
we're not
I
on
lose.
C. We're on B. I win.
The turnaround. What a plot twist.
B is the best pattern of this level, C being the second best because they only have to go through part of the gauntlet, whereas A has to go through the entire gauntlet. Please don't trick me, horror monitor. Sometimes the horror monitor likes to be delayed with traps, so it'll be like, haha, it's happened to me so many times in Home Run of Death, where it'll be like, oh, I'm not on A, and then right as I'm about to hit the trigger for the first trap in A, it's like, psych. So it's like, awesome. Never
Cool.
trust this corner. Never trust this corner. Here we go. Oh,
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 and that's why you shouldn't trust the corner.
no.
yeah.
There's just a face in it.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Also, one thing that I neglected to talk about was surgery rooms. Also, there's Randy being a wood puppet. Also, if you're still not sure what pattern you're on, these windows are a good indicator. If it's the first window, you're on C. If you're in the second window, it's A or B. But these surgical rooms, you can use them to heal. They cost quite a bit of money, and obviously they're only in one spot. So it's kind of like, oh, well, isn't that kind of a problem? And then we're going to take a very sharp turn here to avoid a trap. And then we're going to get ready for that first enemy encounter that we actually have to fight as we take his piece of wood. And he doesn't take too kindly to that. So here we have the lumberjack. So far, so good. And then I got hit, but it's fine. Oh, there we go. We're starting to get that, hey, you're not going to counter hit. Oh, no, that counter hit did not win us the day, but that one did. And now we're bleeding. Bleeding is the most likely cause of how you're going to die. And now what is bleeding? It's what I call when your bleed meter goes up when you move. So that's what's happening now. We have enough CC that every time we move, our bleeding meter goes up. So it's like, oh no. As we continue. Now, here's another way that you can know if you're on B, C, or A. More specifically, A. If you have to take a long turn like that because the front one, you're on A or C. If it's the back one, you're on B. And there we go. Also, if you want to still have some confusion, C has the wood puppet fight right by the stairs. And now we are going to do 1564 because in the Japanese version, it's a play on murder, or hitogoroshi. And so that is a thing. In the English version, you have to spell out wood, which is obviously 9663. Remember when phones had that thing of letters in them? Remember that? Because that was a thing.
I have nostalgia for the very brief period of time where, like, you slid open your phone and it had a full keyboard.
Oh,
I liked those
like
ones.
the Razor ones or whatever.
Yeah.
Or what were they called? No,
I don't even know.
Oh, shoot. I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
I had one for a couple months. I got stolen.
Oh, no.
So I don't remember very well.
Sony Ericsson's had those. The slide-out keyboards, and Blackberries had a not slide-out keyboard, but had a keyboard. Also, B is the only... I can't tag from that far. B is the only one with 4 traps in this little section here. So that is what we are dealing with. And the last one is right here. B is also the only one that has this right here as a trap that you need to tag. There we go. I remember when all my friends had razor katanas and my parents refused to allow me to have a razor katana, and I was like, oh, no.
I believe
they were the cool phones.
My first phone was an Android chocolate.
Oh.
It was a chocolate.
My first phone was a Nokia phone, the kind of Nokia phones that you can't destroy. But I destroyed it.
Oh, no.
Pretty fast. It fell out of my hand and basically split in half.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
Well, still not a
right
Nintendo
then.
product, I guess. I want my phone to just be my Wiimote and chuck that thing at the ceiling and I'll still keep on going.
Oh, I never had that happen. So right now we're a wood puppet. We're moving very slowly. So we're going to take advantage of map pausing because lumberjacks are so much faster than us. But we're also going to keep one pretty close to us so that the others don't spawn in. So long as one is close to you, they never spawn in. However, this guy... Oh, no, he's right there. I was gonna say, this guy could be too far away and the next one's gonna spawn in, but no, we are good. So as you can see, we're just shuffling along very slowly. We're not regular Erico speed as we keep going. I actually did a bit of research to find out which path was faster for this, so I was comparing 2 runs back to back because they both did different routes, and the following route is indeed faster. Even though you're kind of still having to walk towards the woodalls. again, you don't have to deal with these fine gentlemen for as long, because about when you hit the tree, they turn around in fear, but also we're next to a cutscene trigger. Because we're gonna see Randy for 2 seconds, because every cutscene is skippable. Imagine skippable cutscenes in the Dreamcast. What is this?
Imagine
magical
skippable
thing?
cutscenes. I missed that. This is just nostalgia time now.
And then here we go. We grab the woodalls because we need the woodalls to eat the tree. As we're slowly walking forward forever. Just ticking along.
I do like the little wood puppets animation. He's kind of like just a little ding, 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 ding.
And there we go. Now, fun fact about this upper area, you can fall off. You don't want to fall off. Because also you may notice something underneath. Yes, that's right. Lumberjacks are still spawning in. Because of course they are. And it's like, haha. So be careful if you're going to take these rather short turns, because you don't want to fall to your death. Because otherwise, doom and gloom. As we continue here. Again, we're also going to see another photo booth. Photo booths are to save, if need be. And then there is also different pickable items up here. I'm not exactly sure what they do, but yeah, they happen. Now we're back to where they can chase us. However, our friend up here can actually knock himself off the edge, which is rather nice. Where are you? There you are. Sorry, he was supposed to be running, and I was like, run? Yes. So he may have knocked himself off the edge. It's hard to tell. Because oftentimes they can just be silent when running after you, and it's like, oh no, what to do? There we go. Excellent. All right. And then we are going to go... If you wanted to save Randy, you would go right, but we're going to go left. I think he knocked himself off the edge because I haven't seen him yet. Woohoo! Which means the other guy is going to spawn in here, and very fast. There he is. Okay. This is going to be tight, isn't it? We're just going to get in this fight, aren't we? Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
so close. Propeller arms!
Yes, as we T-pose to destroy them, because T-posing. We can also do, wait. Okay. I don't know if it's Bart or Lisa that does the I'm just gonna twirl my arms in front, because one of them does kicks, the other one does I'm just gonna twirl my arms in front of me and whatever happens, happens. Oh,
What?
hi.
Hello, sir?
Okay, that was really fast and unlucky. Okay, I didn't even know he was gonna spawn in there. I thought I had a bit of time. But yes, we can also do twirl our arms in front of us and whatever happens, happens. However, we can't move while doing... Oh, where am I? Where am I? Okay, there we go. Now I'm in position that I need to be going. Again, that's sort of the downside of fight encounters, is it's like, where am I exactly? Because it literally will turn you around, and then it's like, oh no. Alright, so now we're in the gauntlet area where we have to do 2 fights. Also, the last trap of the level is right here. Game? Do you want me to... Thank you. To tag, there we go, and fight encounter. Now, the reason I'm not tagging the fight encounters is also because when you're a wood puppet, you never fall down. Your heart rate goes up, but you never fall down. So it's completely and utterly fine. Hooray! No damage in that particular fight.
I like that just zooms in dramatically on your completely blank puppety facial expression. I did it!
It works. She still says cool.
Cool.
It should be noted that we will be losing the cool after the next level. Yes. Instead we get all right. Oh, speaking of which, if there's any Sonic Adventure fans, Eriko is voiced by the original Rouge the Bat. Kevin is voiced by the original, well, not the original, but the Sonic Adventure Sonic. Somebody's voiced by Vector. Yeah. York is voiced by some guy named York. They literally just named the character after him.
Thanks, York.
Is what they did with that one. So now we are healed up for the boss fight. And fun fact, you can't trade blows with this boss. If you trade, he will not die. You must hit him without him hitting you. So you can open the fight with 2 swipes. Every time he swipes, 3 hits. Which is typically what you want to see, but it's completely random what he's going to do. So far, so good. Every time he pukes, 2 hits. Also, you want to sit in this corner because that's what's best for dodging his attacks and being able to hit him.
I do appreciate that you dodge through his little roots. Like, you don't dodge away. You dodge through.
Yep.
Die, mustache
that
tree.
Little pipe thing is very helpful. So yes, we have killed the mustache tree man, who turned himself into a tree for some reason, and is taking revenge against the lumberjacks for some reason. Again, this game's plot is wacky. Very wacky. As we continue to run. But yeah, bit of Sonic in here. Also, I hope, chat, you're ready to see Sonic's true form. That's coming in level 6. A reminder that this is also a Dreamcast game, so they got to do some things.
Every
They got to
Dreamcast
do
game is
some
secretly
things.
a Sonic game.
So here we go. Now we're going into the worst level in the game. This level's a run killer and has the potential to kill some runs. Whoops. I didn't finish my purchases game. Because it has the worst fight in the game, so I'm just gonna buy a little bit extra for safety. Because safety is good. Did I mention this song will get stuck in your head?
It's so good.
It is quite the bob. Guesses for patterns.
The.
A. So,
All right.
B is the best. Also,
yeah.
there's a gimmick to this level. You may have noticed that I've already been paid $150,000. That is because you need $200,000 to complete the level. Granted, we already had $2,000 before, or $200,000 before we got paid. But in order to get into the Toy World section, you need to have $200,000. It is not B, I'm afraid. If it was B, that trolley would have gone off. Or shopping cart, as we call it here in North America. Apparently, they call them trolleys in the UK. Shoutouts to Punchy. Very good runner of this game. Also, I got hit by that. So there's the example of losing the money. We're on C. Is what we are on.
Let's go, Lana!
Woo! You're going to need to be tagged, aren't you? And no, it was the gumballs all along. No. But also, I am going to show off an item that exists, but we only pick up one of them, and that is the caution bomb. The caution bomb is a free tag. A free tag that costs nothing, but will also heal your adrenaline. It's lovely. Look at all of those free tags we got. I'm also going to tag that mask because I'm pretty sure that mask is going to try to hit me. Oh, it didn't. And then whatever coin or can it is here, it's going to be the opposite can on the other side. There we go.
Yeah.
And then we can get the coffee can.
Abby, correct me if I say anything incorrect, as I only vaguely understand this game as much as you can, with mostly being in it for the sound effects. But it does cost, like, adrenaline every time you do a tag and make one of those little orbs appear, but you get it back if your tag was successful. So if you just try to tag literally everything, you're just gonna run out of your ability to tag things. You have to actually do it intelligently, or else oopsies.
Yep. And that's why I also bring in an injection, because the injection heals your adrenaline. The relaxing CDs calm your heart rate, and the gauze for bleeding and the food for your HP. Bleeding will actually decrease your heart rate at a certain point. I may have carried extra, didn't I? Oh no, I carried exactly the amount I need. Cool. That could have been devastating. Also, sometimes.
Oh, sorry.
Sometimes it's better to multi-tag than it is to tag exactly what you need, because the game's just gonna fight you. A would have been the complete left side, and the back row would have been B there. Also tag the cow skull here. And then we have our lovely friends, the giant roaches. There is a 7% chance that one meat will make them go away. It didn't go away. Again, it is 7% to have them both go away from one. So it's like, oh no. All right, there we go. And nope, double hit. Unfortunate.
Oh no, that guy's scary.
Mm-hmm. And the reason we have a third piece of meat, also I want to explain the little blue chip. When your bleeding goes past that blue chip, your hitbox is bigger, so you're more susceptible to traps. It's very unfortunate. So we need another piece of meat to get on the grill. Be careful when getting off the grill, because if you accidentally go back towards the chef and fall off, you have to go back out and get another piece of meat and fight another piece of meat. That's just how that goes. And the reason I'm full healing right now is because of that fight that I mentioned that is the worst fight in the video game. Because if you're not fully healed, you have a very good chance of dying. So right now we're on top of this to avoid worms. I forgot to tag the onions. Good job. I've actually never seen how the onions do their thing. I like that they just kind of like eat money out of your pocket and run away. That was interesting. And this is why we bring in so much extra. For mistakes like this. And because we're on, we're on C. So because we're on C, we don't get to skip the pineapple. Why don't we get to skip the pineapple on C? Because you see the third pile of goo? That's what's active on C. So we're gonna tag that now. Unfortunately, you cannot tag the pineapple and the pile of goo at the same time because they're too far apart. So there we go. And then make sure to tag the opening of this fight. So remember how we need to kill, or to do counter hits to kill enemies? Well, guess what? This isn't just one enemy. This is 3. And they're worms. And they like to back each other up. And our dodges are terrible against worms. So, yeah, this is why it can easily kill you, because they like to hit and then hit and then hit. And also, yeah, it's just a bad time is what I'm trying to say. So there you go. One of them did a counter hit, and also sometimes they just do this dive move over and over again. And then depending where you are in relation to them, that can also happen. Also, our weapon's range kind of sucks. So it's like, yay. Oh, wait. Nope, we got a good counter hit there. Also, we're bleeding. So as I'm running around here, I'm losing blood and also they're hitting me. Surprisingly, I have a lot of heart rate because I haven't been dodging. Because again, even if you dodge, it's like, haha, they have hit you. Na 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 na. But the good news is, as they die, the easier the fight becomes. Too far away, getting hit. Also, you may notice that you're hearing choo, choo, if there's any Space Channel 5 fans. It is not the person who does ooh la la, but it sure sounds like it when she dodges. There we go. Oh, wait. Ooh, okay. We're doing okay. No, you may not hit me. Also, you may notice that I'm trying to kill them very close because we must wait for orbs to hit Eriko at the end of the fight for the fight to truly end. Also, just to show the giant pause button, yeah, so there's no healing in the middle of the run. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. All right, what's... Okay, cool. Oh, and we're good.
Phew.
And then orbs.
Woo!
But we're not quite out of the woods because we still have to get through Toy World and Mary. Mary is very fast. I'm gonna need to heal one more time. There we go. And we're off to the races. Where you're gonna see me do a lot of double tagging because it's just easier and better because, you know, we don't want the toys to hit us. So here we are in Toy World. Again, you can see money, 200,000 needed to get in. There are safes in the level that have $100,000 in them. So if you don't have the money, there is a solution. As we keep running. And then we need to tag the ray gun, but we're also going to tag the other robot because, again, sometimes it's just easier to double tag than to fight with the game just to get your single tag. We need to tag the cards. Indeed, hat of the top hat variety. And then we need to do...
Can I stay here?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Oh, right, we were on C. So C is always the first plane, A and B are the other planes. So we just got hit by a plane. Very painful. There we go. And then we're running. Also say hi to the Mega Dream. It's interesting that they never did call it the Mega Dream in the European market or the Japanese market. They just kind of went with the Dreamcast for all markets, though they went with the Saturn for all the Saturn markets. And then we need to tag the baseballs because they are also going to try to hit us. And then we have Quark, the toy hunter. More on Quark later. And also Potodon. More on them later. Because they're going to be the final level. And then we're going to go over here to avoid the Mary boxes from hitting us. And now we're in Mary's Maze. We are constantly getting hit in here. Well, not hit, but we're constantly taking damage. If you pay attention to the green health bar, you'll notice that it's slightly dropping. We need to grab 4 keys as fast as possible. Otherwise, we'll die. Also, Mary's in here. Map pause here. Map pausing here specifically can cause Mary to despawn sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Also, Mary can't go around the corners towards the keys for whatever reason. I'm going to map pause every time I want the camera to turn, just to make things a little easier. Mary, I need you... Ooh! We need to go back here. Sorry, had to take a slight detour. Again, pausing the map to make sure she doesn't grab us. Because it is another fight to the death. She does a lot of damage, and she's very quick. So, very, very dangerous. And then we're going this way. run. Typically, we're not going to see her once we get out of the yellow zone or the evil Mary section. Grab the other key. I'm still going to map pause in order to see things. As you may have noticed, if you checked the corner of your eye, you'll notice that she despawned there. That usually happens. Again, usually you don't see her at this point, but sometimes you can see that despawn as we keep running. And yeah, green is our final color. Again, doing this because sometimes you never know what her AI is going to do, but she does tend to just disappear and not exist at this point as we go here. Again, we're going to need to heal our HP, and then we're going to start with the bottom here, so it's only a turn of one movement instead of going for 3 in the other one. So there we go.
I appreciate that those are listed as cards when they are quarters of discs.
So the way this works is we're now playing hide and seek. If it was A, it would be the keyboard. If it was B, it would be the fridge. If it's C, it's the glasses.
Hello, glasses. Oh.
So now we have to fight her to the death because she's very angry. So the way I do this fight is very simple. I don't move. I let her come to me, unless of course she lands on the ground. Because obviously we're bleeding. We're not bleeding if we don't move, and also she's very quick, so there's no point trying to chase her down. Again, if only our weapon had range. Oh, there we go. Defeated. Excellent. And then, if you're low on health and whatnot, well, isn't that convenient that there's one of those right there? But do we have any Mario Party fans by chance?
Woo!
Anybody like Mario Party?
I wasn't aware that there were such thing as Mario Party fans. I thought we were just all excited hostages.
I hate to bring up some repressed memories because it's now time for a section I like to call Mario Party Repressed Memories, as we have to do jump rope.
Oh no.
Oh yes. So we have to do this 10 times. I almost want to fail this just to show you how not fine it is. Oh, I failed.
Oh, no!
That was not intentional. That was, I guess I'm gonna hit this late. Oops.
Every time I see you do this, Abby, I need you to know that my first thought is there was a Hamtaro game that had like some some ridiculous like 100 jump rope mini game, and I spent hours and hours on it as a kid. And so every time I see you start it, I'm like, aw, Hamtaro memories. And then you explode in a fountain of blood, and I'm like, no.
Well, I call it Mario Party Repressed Memories because of the fire jump rope.
Yes.
That's very hard to do.
Mario Party Repressed Memories, the next entry in the Mario Party series.
So, yeah. And now it's time for the boss, in quotations, of the level. I don't consider it the boss of the level because of one simple fact, and that is that we're going to control the boss to defeat the boss. I consider Mary to be the boss because you actually have to fight her, and obviously we had to go through her maze, play hide and seek, and then fight her, and then go through her jump rope. So it's like, oh. So there we go. This guy turns his back to answer the phone. We grab the controller, because remember, theme park. And then we do the thing.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then...
But we're controlling it.
Okay.
Yeah. We're controlling it and making it hit this 4 times. You can make it hit you. It does a ton of damage. I wouldn't advise it.
Sabotage.
Also, Everybody say goodbye to Eriko because we are no longer going to be playing as Eriko for the rest of the game.
So long, Eriko. You were so cool.
Also, any predictions for the next level's patterns?
B.
I'm gonna go with A.
Okay. B is the worst pattern of the level.
I think I've been picking the worst patterns every single time, and I don't know how to feel about this.
Listen, Lana, as a representative of this lovely event, as our representative on mic of Fright Fatales as an organization, it is in your job description. I'm sure it's written somewhere, I don't know where, that you have to wish suffering upon the runners, only to the extent of it making for a more interesting showcase run.
Yeah, sure. I can run with that.
Yeah, so you need Abby to show off the hardest possible combinations. That makes sense.
Absolutely. It shows just how talented of a runner she is, right? Like, if we can make it super challenging, then we really get how intense these runs can be. Heck yeah, I love it.
To be fair, this is the easiest level in the game. It's just that there's a couple extra traps on B that we have to be concerned with. C is the best pattern because the morgue has no traps. A only has one trap in the morgue, B has two, but also there's the body bag trap just before the morgue that we have to deal with on B. But other than that, like I said, this is the easiest level. It's kind of a walking sim. It's a murder mystery as to who is Killaman, but also it's backstage of Illbleed, hence why we see all these boxes of certain characters. That Sixth Sense going off, by the way, is that you can pick up the axe that the woodsman is holding, but we're not going to do that. So we've just been introduced to Jorg and Cunningham. If you want to solve the mystery, you must save Jorg, but he's so out of the way that we don't do it even on the good ending where we have to save Jorg. It's easier to go save Randy and Michelle and buy Jorg back than it is to buy Randy and Michelle back after winning the $1 million from this stage. All right. What pattern do we have? B is
Lana
the answer.
wins!
This is not scripted,
Lana has
I
won
promise.
2 in a row.
And since Lana wins, that also means that everybody watching at home wins, because we get to watch Abby do more traps. And also we get to watch Kevin go, all right, more.
Yes.
I really like how
that.
excited his arms are. He's just like, oh, let's punch the air. We got this.
Except for this trap doesn't want to be tagged, so I'm a little worried. There we go. I'm a little worried. Please be the right one. Please be the right one. Yay, it was. Again, sometimes you don't know what you're tagging. You think you know, but the game's like, no, you didn't tag the right thing. There we go. All right, there we go.
Since we have a moment,
Uh-oh.
can I put in my vote as to who Killaman is?
Sure. Who is Killaman?
The conductor.
As told to us by...
From Hat in Time, the conductor.
Ooh, excellent.
You just
I
got
have
hit by a UFO.
Yes, I did, because this has, so this level contains everything from the previous 4, and UFOs were in the last part. And also anything from the last level will hit you in the face, and if it's stuff from Killer Department Store, it'll take your money. Make sure to tag this trap, very important, because it's a Mary doll in a very confined space, and she will kill you. It's quite terrifying. But by tagging it, she just faces the wall and doesn't bother us. I never tag these cans because they never like me. So we're just gonna lose $5,000, but because we're not having to buy Jorg back, we have more than enough money to not worry about it. And then we're going to tag this popcorn because it's going to try to hit me in the face. And then we're going to go at a diagonal here to avoid the candies. And then congratulations, you have made it through the hardest part of this level. Hooray! Indeed. And then we have the shotgun, and then we're getting our employee card. And then we're going to use it on the door. So here we go. And then we're running away again. There we go. Everything's fine. We have to walk all the way back where we came from, but also, anybody want to see a cool trick? Ha-cha! Jumping up the stairs from the ground. Hashtag Kevin jumps. Don't actually hashtag Kevin jumps, but, you know. But yes, the options for Killer Man are the player, Jorg, Cunningham, Jason, or Killaman. The answer is Killaman is Killer Man. However, you need to save Jorg to get the money for the mystery, because even if you select Killaman but don't save Jorg, you get nothing.
So
Very
really,
cool
Killaman was Killaman. Why would we think it's anything else? It said it was Killaman.
I don't know. Because you want revenge against somebody. That would be my guess. Shrugs. As we're running as fast as we can, it would be nice if we could figure out a way not to go all the way back to Jorg, because all Jorg is doing is like, yes, you did find a dead body where you got the horror monitor. Huzzah! And then we're running. There we go. And then, because we know what the number is, we can just enter it, which is 0824. So here we go, 0824. Kabam.
Does that one also spell something out in Japanese?
No.
Oh.
Only the wood puppet does that. Only the wood puppet. So there we go. Yep. All right. And then we want to tag. Is it going to let me tag that? Then we want to tag that machine. Is this not... Is the game tricking me with what pattern we're on? And I'm actually on the wrong pattern than I think I am. Question mark.
Lana, what
I'm
did you do?
pretty
Did you invent a pattern D?
Yes, it was my evil plan all along. That's why I brought you here for Fright Fatales. I wish.
Oh. Oh no, we're on we're on C. Huzzah! We're on C and not B.
Who said C? I don't remember.
Wasn't it you?
Was it me?
Yes,
I don't know.
it was.
Lana, do you know?
You
it
were
was me?
absolutely C, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because Abby was definitely A for this one, yeah.
Fun fact also with this level, there's actually 2 Amazons you can pick up. I think it's the only level that has 2.
So,
C.
since we're on C now, does that mean I was right and it was my Hat in Time joke? That's the Killer Man?
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? The crossover.
The crossover. I don't know when Hat in Time came out, but
2017? I want to say?
so 16 years apart.
Yeah,
Somehow a crossover.
Some sort. It's Hat in Time. There's always time travel involved. I don't actually understand how there's any time mechanic in Hat in Time. So you know what? That makes sense. The entire game was time traveling the entire time. And that's why there's
Hooray.
nothing to do with time travel in the actual plot.
Oh dear.
And that's why there were hats in the last level. This is my hat-based conspiracy theory.
I see.
Abby's just like, there, Pippi. It's okay. You don't have to go crazy on comms.
Come on. There we go. Again, sometimes the game really likes to fight you when getting to the ladder. It's really weird. Did I mention that the game really likes you to take lefts? Because the lefts continue, especially in the morgue, which is where we're going next. So here we go.
Can I just appreciate one of my favorite parts of this game is whenever you get into fights and you have to call the helicopter, you get the narrow escape text. There isn't another type of escape to my knowledge. You always escape narrowly.
Yes.
There is no wide escape.
Lana, who do you want to accuse Killer Man of being?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Pink, red shirt.
All right, Jorg. Jorg is being accused of being Killer
I'm
Man.
so sorry, Jorg. I'm so sorry.
I do appreciate that you can point the finger at yourself. That's
me
just an
all
option.
along.
Who's Killer Man? It was me! I solved the mystery!
Well, we haven't been keeping an eye on ourselves, so that's why we're an option. Also, there's no music in the Japanese version for whatever reason. Also, those are all dead bodies of everybody who ever came to the park, is what we're walking over right now.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
Oh, yes.
how many people were like, you know what? This theme park that nobody's ever come out of alive sounds like a great way to spend my weekend. You know, I've had a tough week, got some time off. It's like my friend's birthday. We're just gonna go to the theme park. You know, the one no one's ever come back from. It's gonna be great. Like, one would think that would stop after like 6.
But $100 million.
I don't know. I'd rather be alive, but like
Oh dear.
what kind of escape are we gonna get? A narrow
Oops,
one.
I hit my mic. I hit my mic. As I was like hitting the button, and then as I take my hand off the button so that because we escaped, it was like, nope, hit your mic instead.
I do
That is the
appreciate
only
that you
sound.
can purchase people back to life, though. It might cost more than the $100 million prize to purchase all of the people who died in the name of the $100 million prize back to life.
Yes. Probably. But who knows? So, spoilers, because true ending, which we're not doing. So the whole reason for Illbleed's existence is so that Eriko's father could scare Eriko. It's the whole purpose of the park. Because at the end of Good Ending, she goes, I'm going back to Illbleed. She's won the $100 million. Her friends are on a beach on an island somewhere. They've bought a bunch of Freddy dolls and have a lot of money left. And then something about investing in the stock market, one of them decides to do. And then Eriko goes, I'm going back to Illbleed. Nobody come with me, bye. And then it's revealed it was her father all along. And then she fights her father to the death. And that fight is kind of super difficult and long. If you don't know what you're doing. And in the end, she now becomes scared, and Kevin takes position as president of the horror club. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out with the hottest take right now and say, I think this game might be a little odd.
Do you think?
Just a little bit.
We're almost to Killer Man, everybody.
It's very funny because if you can ignore the sea of dead bodies all around us and the spoopy, grimy atmosphere, the just no music, walking on some nice noisy floor, it's kind of calming, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm already healed. Okay, cool. I was like, why aren't I healing? And it's because I was at full health. All right. Woohoo! Yeah. Don't worry, music's coming back in a short second. As we get into the boss fight where there will be boss music. Of course, if I were to get into the fight encounters, there would be fight encounter music. But we didn't get into the fight encounters. By the way, that photo booth doesn't work. So here we go, boss fight in the very spooky screaming wall room.
No.
This is less calming.
Is that... Oh, that looked a lot like Captain Falcon for a second. But...
Legally distinct Kill a Man.
I mean, it could be Captain Falcon for all I know.
It was very show me your moves for a minute.
Show me your moves. Show me your moves. Show me your moves.
Falcon kick, Falco punch. I don't know, for some reason Falcon punch sounds like Falco punch in certain games, and it's like, well, Falco's not in the first one, but okay. Oh, did I have wacky conspiracy theories about Smash Bros back in the day because nobody knew what F-Zero was, even though I played F-Zero. You think I'm paying attention to character names? Nah, me and my friends were like, oh no, that's like Samus's brother. Because we knew nothing. There we go. Fight 1. Also, Kevin's dodges cost twice as much as Eriko's. I forgot to mention that. So, 0 reward money for the Kill-A-Man, and then we get whatever we get from the stage. And now we go to the final level, where we play as Cork, the toy hunter, or also known in Japan as Inda. But because the game is also English dub in Japan, in the Japanese version, we get both of them. So written on places, it's Inda. In thing, it's Cork. Also, you might notice that he's legally distinct thing, but I'll leave you to determine that. What's the word? Predictions for patterns.
I'll go B this time.
Ooh, C. Sure.
All right, I'll go A. But here's the trick. I don't know which pattern is which. I just know what to do. So, trick or treat, I guess. I don't know.
I love it when you go up to the vending machine for horror monitor rentals and you get a free gun. Let's just call attention to that one real quick.
To be fair, we are going into costume as we're going to become Cork. Fun fact about Cork, he has male jumps, and if you choose Eriko, he gains all of Eriko's properties, such as getting up right away if you get into a fight encounter, etc. So it's like, haha. However, whoever you play as in the final level is who you're fighting the final boss as. And because Kevin's dodges are much better than Eriko's, well, actually, any male character's dodges are better, it's more faster and easier to fight the final boss. So that is why we choose Kevin in the back half. Because better dodges. So we now have story cutscenes. Story cutscenes are unskippable cutscenes. There are 15 of them within the level. 2 of them are in this room. But the other one we don't have to even go anywhere near.
The real trap was unskippable cutscenes.
Yes. They're actually quite hilarious, but no. Illegal to see in speedrun. So there we go. He goes yip every time, and you may have noticed that he looks like two certain characters. Can you guess what two certain characters he kind of looks like?
Oh, couldn't be Montana James.
I was gonna say it's definitely still the conductor from Hat in Time, mixed with well, it can't be Captain Falcon. We already saw Captain Falcon, so I'm gonna go with Solid Snake.
Wow, those are totally off. But okay.
Listen, we didn't say I was good at guessing.
The answers are Indiana Jones and Woody from Toy Story.
Well,
that sounds wrong.
Montana James was legally distinct other American state and different last name.
Like C. So that is why he's called Quark, because they felt like they were going to get sued by Lucas if they called him Inda. So that's why the change. Even though it's parody, but you know, who's got more money? I forget the company that published this game, or George Lucas. I think George Lucas and Steven Spielberg have more money than studio that no longer exists.
I forgot that Indiana Jones was a George Lucas property?
Yep. It is a Lucasfilms property and now owned by Disney.
I did not know this.
Yep. What? Okay, I somehow avoided the evil monkey fight entirely. Alright, the speedrun Discord's gonna have one about this one, because apparently one of them you can avoid the evil monkey fight. I know I just was on Hotfix not too long ago saying that's never happened, but that's never happened. So... New discovery, question mark.
Woo, we love those.
We love it. Yeah, we love it when that's how it goes. People can hunt for hours and do tons and tons of runs and not find what accidentally gets found in one showcase.
So again, zombie with guns, they actually hurt a ton, and because we're Kevin, he would have squirmed for about 15 to 30 seconds, TM. Because again, I don't know how long he squirms for. Okay, doing good. We're almost out of horror monitor juice. We need that, and I'm gonna tag the, you know what? Let's risk it like a biscuit. We risked it like a biscuit and it paid off.
Yo! Woo!
And then
That sign says egg bar.
Yep.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah.
We're
going into a bar for eggs.
Close cousin of the milk bar from Majora's Mask. We need the milk bar.
See,
the
here's
bar.
the thing. But the milk bar, you're drinking milk. You're not drinking egg. It's literally a bar where eggs go to drink.
Well, how do we know that in Majora's Mask it isn't a bar where the milk goes to drink?
Yeah, alternate universes and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
True.
So if you went there to drink the milk, you went on the wrong day, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to use the Song of Time or something. It's been a long time since I've played Majora's Mask. I'm a Zelda runner.
Also, shout outs to Majora's Mask becoming 24 years old today.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Are we old?
Maybe. Also, I am also a Zelda runner, but it's very rare that I run said Zelda game, but I run a Zelda. I run the HD Skyward Sword.
We're all Zeldos. We're all Zeldos here. This isn't even a joke.
It's true.
Wait a minute.
It's true.
Felon's Danger. I love just the background text in this game.
And there we go. Good thing. Again, that's an unskippable cutscene. But it also gives us the Potodon cutscene gives us the answer to the second to last trap of the level. So be warned, although to be fair, I know what it is, so we won't have to worry about it. Also, we need to tag right here. So we're gonna tag right there.
Yep.
And then here we go. And there we go. Excellent. Just more yep. Also, chat, I hope you're ready because soon we will reveal Sonic the Hedgehog's true form. So get ready, Sonic fans. You're about to see the nightmare.
My favorite character is Sad Gas Can.
There we go. We give Potodon the gas, which gets him unstuck. Of course, we don't see him fly off. We just see him stand there now. It's kind of funny. There we go. We did the thing. Yes. And then we're running. Tag this. It's actually a funny scene where Potodon saves us. Again, Potodon tries to give us the directions to Toy Hell and gives us the wrong directions. And in the last minute, saves us. Cork gets rather mad and goes, another lie. And we get the right directions. I'm not going to go into details for the right directions because the whole purpose of this level or of this story of the hit TV show before the episode comes out, which is Cork Goes to Hell, is that he's trying to save his wife and or girlfriend. It's kind of debated which it is. But yeah, that's kind of the reason for the season as to why we're trying to get into Toy Hell. So there we go. We then take Potodon's chip. Potodon falls over, and we need to find a new Potodon to put the chip into.
Just casually murdering our toy friend.
And then we see the sign that's asking for an Indadal. Also, we have an evil egg fight that we need to avoid, so that's why we're going to take a very wide turn here. Very wide turn. Done.
The egg is
Very
upset
good.
because it was late to the egg bar.
Maybe they were. And then we go take the staircase. Again, feel free to look up the cutscenes if you wish to know what just happened. I don't want to spoil it or get us in trouble. So, are you ready to see Sonic the Hedgehog's true form?
Yeah.
Because it's about to happen.
Did you know this is
now.
a Sonic game?
Witness his true
Oh
form.
my gosh. Look at all the rings.
It is Zodic, the Hell Hog. And in order to damage him, you must hit the rings.
This
we
game was
go.
the precursor to Sonic Unleashed with the Werehog.
Yeah, it's so true.
Just less spiky.
Yeah, they were still
So I
working out the kinks of the design.
because I don't think the werehog has spikes coming out of his knees.
He does have spiky knees, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. So the reason we're keeping our distance is because he'll go into an attack, and while he's attacking, he has iframes. So we're trying to stay away as much as possible. And also he'll spin dash from time to time.
Hey, it really is Sonic Unleashed. There was the moon in the background. That was like a thing, right? Oh no, it wasn't the moon. It was the Earth that broke in that game. It's been a while since I've played Sonic Unleashed.
Would you believe me if I said I've never played Sonic Unleashed?
Yes, actually. I think a lot of people skipped that one.
To be fair, I skipped a lot of Sonic games until Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. All right, time for the final boss. Woohoo! Now again, we're not going to pick up any healing items because we're going straight into a fight. And when you go straight into a fight, it's just a giant pause button. But there are 3 options. But we're not going to have that up for debate because one of them takes a really long time, one of them is really hard to impossible, and then there's the other one. And it's like, oh no. So we're gonna, as a matter of fact, his name is Oh No Man. So we're gonna be fighting the Bull Stinger, which is an enemy from Blue Stinger. And so we're gonna pick this up, and we can't just go over to the Blue Stinger poster. No, we must first go into the center of the room, and then go for it. Yes. Yes. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, no. So, this is why we have Kevin, because easier to dodge equaling more hits. As you can see, HP just dropping like flies. Ow. Oh, we hit them with a counter hit. Pew, 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 pew. Yes. Pippy.
Yes.
Would you like to promote yourself and tell the fine people where they can find you?
Sure. So, you can find me nowhere. You can find Abby at, twitch.tv/Abby's Corner, where, she runs horror games and cool stuff. And, likes to go on adventures doing more speed games than you can possibly fathom, and occasionally being really good at Tetris. And laughing at butter.
Oh. Okay. To be fair, I do speedrun a Tetris game because I speedrun Magical Tetris Challenge, the Disney Tetris game made by Capcom. Okay, you can find Pippy at PippyInATopHat doing Zeldos. That is time, by the way. Mostly Skyward Sword. I assume that Phantom Hourglass is going to happen at some point. Yes. So go follow Pippy at twitch.tv/PippyInATopHat. Also, if you caught the run late, you can catch us, minus Lana, unfortunately, again tomorrow night as I'm running this again for Breaking the Habit at like 10:20 p.m. I'm the last run of the show. Also, okay, this is the big announcement that I can't mess up. Okay, November 20th, my group, the Trans Speedrun Collective, is hosting our first event ever. If you would like to join the community, you can DM me if you wish, or DM the Twitter account or the Blue Sky account. We would love to have you. So yeah, November 20th, we're doing our first event and all that good stuff. Also, shout outs to Lana, for being a great host. Also, shout out to Char Bunny as well. Both great, fantastic people, and thank you all for having me. See you sometime down the road.
Awesome.
Vague future time.
Yes, thank you so, so much to you both for hanging out with us for I'm so sorry, wrong one. Fright Fatales, we're getting ahead of ourselves. It has been such a joy to be continuing here with our scary Halloween-themed runs. And it does not stop here. Hold on tight, everybody, because we have more coming soon, and just a couple announcements before we get there. First off, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me for Fright Fatales. My time is coming to an end with all of you, as I am the host for the first half, and I will be handing it over to the wonderful Char Bunny, who will be taking over for the second half of the day, which is sure to be absolutely amazing. I do want to shout out the fact that if you do like Fatale specials, then you will want to come back on November 8th for the 10 p.m. Eastern slot, because I will be here putting together and hosting a Fatales Game of the Month special. As part of the Fatales community, we have Game of the Month, where the community participates in a certain game, they learn together, they practice together, they all show off runs, and so we will be showing off some of the games of the month of the last couple seasons that we've been doing together. So make sure to come by for that. It is sure to be absolutely amazing. And just a reminder that if you want to learn more about the Hotfix schedule in general, you can go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to check out our Season 3 schedule and just see what the runs that are coming up later this week may look like. So thank you so much again to all of you for hanging out here with us for Fright Fatales. My time as your host is coming to an end. My name has been Lana Ruse, and I will be passing it off to Char Bunny to continue with our next run very shortly. So we will be taking a short break, but when we return, we will have a Children of the Sun any % run from Umbring. So hold tight, everybody. We will catch you back for more Fright Fatales after this break. See you soon.